Today we're going to do a Pilates workout using our melt roller. So we're going to do a combination of some melt compression, decompression techniques, as well as some good core and back and glute activation as well. So I hope you enjoy. So all you need is a melt roller and a mat. If when we do some lying down exercises, you find that your head needs to be elevated, you can grab a pillow for your head. All right, let's get going. So we're just going to start with just a little warm up for the back. So you can just take your back, place it behind your roller, and just reach up and feel how the lower part of your shoulder blades bend into the roller. Take your hands behind your head, open your elbows wide, lift your pelvis, give a little tuck, and then place your pelvis down. Let your head be supported by your hand. We'll just do a little rib length assess. So as you inhale, open up through your chest and just notice how you feel. We want to keep your bottom rib here. And just notice what length or space is available to you. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, just side bend to the right and breathe into your left rib cage. And just notice if there's any restriction or what the ease or unease of breath is. Come back to center, and then inhale, side bend to the left. And just notice how that feels there. So we'll do a little bit of work. We'll come back and check in and see if we've opened anything up. So you're going to lift your pelvis and slide the roller down to the top of your shoulder blades. And we're just going to begin gliding in the whole range of the top of the shoulder blade to the bottom. And just notice what you feel. Notice if there's any areas of tension. And if you feel a little spot you want to work on, then you can just tighten up the glide a little bit. Good. And then you're just going to reach your right elbow to the ceiling, which is going to tip you over to the left inner shoulder blade. And you're just going to glide there. And then come back to center. And then reach the left elbow up and just tip a little bit over to the right inner shoulder blade. Really great working through the shoulder girdle here, especially if you have any tension in the neck or shoulder area. Come back to center, place your pelvis down, and we're just going to go into our shear where you're just doing this little twisting motion. Then you're going to pause, take a focused breath in, and exhale. I'm just going to move down my mat again so that I stay in your view. And then we're just going to pick another spot here. So we're just going to glide up and down. If you are in the upper part of the shoulder blade for that spot, then you can just go into the sort of mid or lower. Reach again the right elbow up and just glide in another little spot. Come back to center and then just glide in another little spot. Good. And then bring it back to the middle, bring your pelvis down and just do a little twisting action there. Good to get some hydration flow through the upper body before we start working out. It's called a warming up. And then center, take a breath in, and exhale. Now I just want you to push up the roller so that you've got your bra line is literally over top of the roller, and you're just going to tip onto your side here. So we want to be just about the bra line or slightly below, and then you're going to tip your shoulders back and take your top hand and place it under your ribs. And you're just going to do this side bending action. So you're just lifting your ribs up and down. And what we're doing here is gliding on the outer edge of our shoulder blade. And then we're going to pause and just open and close your elbow. And then you wait, take a breath in and exhale. And then let's go over to the other side. Again, bring the roller down so it sits just above the bra line. Take your hand to support your hand, the other hand under your ribs. And again, you just want to side bend your tip back enough that you're gliding on the outer edge of the shoulder blade. And if you can see me from the back side, you can see how really I'm just moving my rib cage to get the roller to move underneath me. And then we wait. We fan this elbow. Good. Take a little breath in and exhale. Coming onto your back, we'll do just a quick rinse. So we're going to take the roller to the top of the shoulder blades. Bring your feet underneath you. You want to press into the roller, into the front of the roller, all the way down to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Reset your feet. slide down quickly, and it's like you're steamrolling your back. We're just pressing that fluid flow down the body. So fluid moves through our body, up the front of our body and down the back. So this is also getting some hydration into our lower back. And then press down. Good. And reset the feet. Good. So I'm just going to move back down so I'm in view again. And let's just see if we've done anything, just that little bit of work. Just want to see if we've gotten any more range of motion in our rib cage. So we're here just where the shoulder blades are banging into the top of the roller. Lift your pelvis, tuck it, and place it down. Take your hands behind your head, let your head be heavy. Keep that bottom rib still. As you inhale, you're just lengthening back. Notice I'm not arching back over the roller. I'm just seeing what movement is available through the ribs. And just notice if you freed anything up. As you inhale, little side bend to the right and breathe into that left rib cage. And just notice if, again, there's any more space, the movement, come back to center, and then side bend to the other side. Take a breath in, and exhale, come back to center. Good. So hopefully that feels good there. So we're just going to begin with a little work through the lower body here. So we're going to place your feet on the mat. You're going to lift your pelvis up, bring the roller underneath your pelvis. And when it's in the right spot, if you feel behind you, want to feel the top of your pelvis just a little bit on your head side of the roller. And then when you bring your knees up, the side of the thigh, this greater trochanter bone, is sitting right over top of the roller. Bring your hands close into your hips, squeeze your knees and ankles together. Relax your heels to your seat and tuck your thighs in towards your body a little bit and just rock side to side. This is an SI joint shear, and this is wonderful just, again, bringing a little bit of hydration into your SI joint and into your low back. So you're just going to pause with the knees tipped over to the left. We're just going to do small circles with your legs together. We're keeping a little bit of core engagement here just so that we have some stability and control over the ribs. And then you can hold your top leg still and just do slow circles in that hip. If you feel any clicking, cracking, snapping, or popping, just make the movement a little smaller or slower. And then we'll just hold there, take a focused breath in, and exhale, bring it back. Tip your knees to the other side, same thing, circles with both legs. Excellent. And then pause and circle just the inside hip, slow and small. Feeling your hip. Good. And then hold your legs together, take a focused breath in, and exhale, come back to center. Now place your left foot down, press into your big toe pad, press into your heel. We want your knee lined up with the center of your hip, interlock your fingers around your other shin. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to press into your big toe, tuck your pelvis, so draw your pubic bone towards your belly button, and visualize your knees moving in opposite direction. The intention of this exercise is to feel lengthening in through this hip and thigh of the foot that's planted to the ground. Inhale, back off just a little. Exhale, reestablish, check that big toe is placing down, your knee is coming straight from your hip. And then your knees pull in opposite direction, noticing some length in your bottom leg. Bringing this leg back up, place your other foot down, place your big toe pad and your heel onto the floor. Want to focus on your knees staying lined up with the center of your hip. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tuck, so pubic bone to belly button. And energetically, you're reaching this knee over your toes. The other knee comes towards your nose. And we're not trying to pull this leg in as tight as we can. We really just want to create that oppositional line so that we can get some lengthening down that hip. Good. And then bring this bottom leg up. So we're going to bring your hands up to your thighs. We're going to do a tuck and tilt challenge, and then we're going to do a core challenge. And here, keep your elbows straight, shoulders relaxed. And we want to keep your ribs nice and heavy. Press your thighs into your hands, and you want to keep that a consistent tension. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you tuck. So you're going to draw your pubic bone towards your belly button. And maintaining that consistent pressure of your thighs into your hands, you then tilt where you're taking the weight of your pelvis on top of the roller. And again, you tuck and you tilt, keeping that tension consistent of your thighs into your hands and your ribs heavy to the mat. It's not a big movement. The focus is moving your pelvis while maintaining stability in your thighs or your hip joint and your rib cage. Now, finish in your tilt. Keep your pelvis landed on top of the roller, but keep your ribs heavy. Ease up the pressure for just a moment. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, stay in your tilt. Press your thighs into your hands, and this is called low back decompress. Inhale, ease up on the tension. Check you're in your tilt. Your pelvis is weighted on top of the roller, and as you exhale, press your thighs into your hands. Notice that my elbows are staying straight. My shoulders are relaxed. And I feel some tightening through my lower abdomen and just this nice lengthening through the low back. And release. Take another breath in and exhale. Press your thighs into your hands. Now, keeping the right thigh pressing into the right hand, you're going to take your left hand over onto the right. This is your core challenge. You're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, we want to press your thigh into your hand, activate your core, and just lower this foot halfway down. Keep your right thigh pressing into your hand. Take a breath in. And exhale, bring that leg up. Keep your right thigh pressing into your right hand. Shift the left hand over and press the left thigh into the left hand. And then walk your right hand over. Keeping the tension of the thigh, take a breath and exhale. Slowly lower your leg down, ribs stay heavy. Inhale and exhale, bring that leg back up. One more time, step your right hand to left so we have pressure on both sides until you take your left hand off the right to the left leg. Take another inhale and exhale. So the idea is we're using that activation of our deep-rooted core to stabilize while we take the load of your leg away. Press your left hand into your left thigh. Take your right hand to join the left. Take an inhale and exhale. And then bring the leg back up. Good. Place one foot down and the other foot down. Lift your pelvis and roll the roller out from underneath you. Give your legs a little hug. Move the roller out of the way. Roll onto your side and up to a seated position. Good. So hopefully that feels like a good start for your body. We're just going to go into a little cat-cow stretch. So we're going to do a combination of lengthening and strengthening movements. So you're on your hands and knees with your hands on top of the roller. And just allow the roller to lengthen out. And you're reaching your chest towards the floor, tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then round your back. Just focus on your shoulders gliding, your arms just moving with the roller. And your focus is on moving your spine. So we go into a round back where I'm thinking nose and pubic bone towards center. And then long spine where I extend out. Move where it feels good. Move where there is no restrictions, where you have a nice ease of movement and breath. Relaxing your shoulders and just feeling your spine, noticing what you notice. And lengthen out. And bring it back in. Good. Now bring the roller down to your knees, and you're going to bring your knees on top of the roller, and you'll come into what we call pointed dog. Notice my shoulders are over my wrists, my hips are over my knees. I'm gazing ahead of my mat just so that I don't drop my head. Instead, it keeps my head in line with my spine. Now push into your arms so you feel wide and strong across your back. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, draw your belly to your spine. So we're providing support to what we call a neutral spine. Take another breath in. As you exhale, think about pushing into your hands, lengthening and strengthening through your torso, and slowly extend your left leg back. Now this could be done without the roller as well. Check that your pelvis is neutral, that you haven't lifted your hip up. We're just taking the leg out, and you're going to tap that toe down and lift your leg up. Think more about your leg lengthening as it lifts. The focus is keeping both hip bones pointed towards the floor as you push into your arms and lift through your tummy. Bring the leg up. And now, as you fold the knee back in, notice if your pelvis stays still or if you had to hike your hip. So push into your arms, draw your abdominals in, take a breath in. As you exhale, feel a little more connection through your core and extend your other leg out. Feel your hips. Do you feel like your pelvis is centered? Both hip bones pointing towards the ground. Notice where you're looking. Lift your eyes and gaze slightly ahead to keep your head in line with the spine. Inhale, lower your leg. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. One more time. And to lift. Good. And bring your knee in. Hook your toes down onto the mat. Walk yourself off the roller. We're going to come down onto our forearms and let the pelvis sit just at your pelvis. Notice my knees are bent and my toes are curled under. You're going to bring your hands wider than your elbows, or your elbows more narrow than your hands. And we want to pull your arms towards your roller. And that establishes nice strength and stability in the shoulder girdle. We're going to take another breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to straighten your knees. Keep pulling your elbows towards you. And then lift your pelvis off the mat and draw your abdominals in. So here we're looking that your pelvis and your ribs are in alignment. Take another breath in. Exhale, bring your pelvis down and let your knees relax. Good. And again, establish connection by pulling your elbows in towards midline. Push through the forearms. Think lift and lengthen through the upper body. Take a breath in. As you exhale, straighten your knees and then lift your pelvis. Hold for a breath, focusing on lifting and lengthening and strengthening. Pelvis is in line with ribs. The pelvis and low back feels nice and stable. Bring your pelvis down. Relax your knees. Good. 2 down, 2 to go. Pull your elbows in. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Straighten your knees. Take a breath. Exhale. Lift your pelvis. Hold for a breath as you push into your forearms. Pull your elbows in. Draw your abdominals in. Your pelvis comes down. Your knees touch down. One more time. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pull your elbows in. Straighten your knees. Lift your pelvis. Hold for a breath. Do you feel any strain in your low back? Check that you're not sagged through the hips. Instead, pelvis is lifted, abdominals drawn in. Bring your pelvis down. Let your knees come down. Walk back and just a little stretch into a shell stretch. Good job. That is a great way to plank because you've got the feedback from the roller as to your positioning, which is wonderful. Good. So now you're going to take your mat and you're going to fold it over top of your roller. You don't have to do it this way, especially if you're not on a mat. Maybe you're just at home on your carpet, but it just stops the roller from sliding. And what also can happen is we can create a nice little hammock for your back. So we're going to sit on the mat. We're going to lie back so that the bottom of your shoulder blade is on the roller. And we're just going to fold the bottom of the mat up so your feet are on the floor. And then you're going to lift your pelvis and pull on the mat. And that creates a nice little hammock or a nice little tension there. Good. So here we're in what we call a scoop. In Pilates, we call it a C curve. Neck is nice and relaxed, and we are going to take your hands back just to support your head a little bit more. Relax your shoulders and draw your belly to spine. Now, the key here is that we want to keep the lower abdominals engaged. And let's just lengthen your upper body back. Take a breath in. And exhale, contract by pulling your abdominals in, gliding your ribs down to your pelvis. Check that you're not pushing on your head. Instead, you can lightly press your head back into your hands. And again, inhale. We're just lengthening, really going to what we would call neutral. And as you exhale, draw your ribs down towards your pelvis. Take another breath in, check in, shoulders are relaxed, throat is open. Inhale back, and exhale, contract to come up. Now we want to hold that scoop. That's the most important. You don't want to let the stomach pop out. Take your hands now and place them behind your thighs and bring one leg up. Take a breath, draw your belly in and bring your other leg up. Now you're going to relax your shoulders but open your elbows and press your thighs into your hands and use that to create deeper connection through your abdominals. So your shoulders are relaxed, you're deepening through your belly. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, draw your abdominals in a little deeper. And as you release your hands, can you keep your abdominals pulled in? Hold it, take a breath, and then bring your hands behind your legs and just relax a little there. Let's do that again. Hands, thighs press into your hands. Deepen the scoop through your abdominals. Inhale. As you exhale, deepen that curl, scooping, and then release your arms. And can you keep the scoop through your abdominals? Can you hold on to that? Nice work. Take a breath in and exhale. Good. Now place one foot down, then the other foot down. We're going to take your hands behind your head. We take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to pick up your left foot. On your next breath, you're just going to rotate towards the left foot. You're going to kick that leg out, keeping your abdominals in. Inhale. Exhale, pull your leg back in and return to center. Same side. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, kick your leg out. Keep your abdominals drawn. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale to center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, keeping the scoop. Inhale, center. Exhale, place your left foot down. Are we holding the scoop even in transition? Bring your right leg up. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, kick the leg up. Inhale, keep the scoop. Bring your leg in. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, kick the leg up. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Notice the rotation is my whole upper body is moving as one unit. And center. Now, bring your left leg up. Relax the shoulders. Let your head press into your hands. And we're going to rotate to your left. Kick your leg out. Bring it back in. Come back to center. Rotate right. Kick your right leg out. Bring it back in, using your abdominals, deepening that scoop. One more like this. Rotate left. Extend your leg out. You've got this. Bring it in and center. Inhale. Exhale, belly to spine. Inhale. And now we integrate it. We just move. We go exhale. Come back to center. And rotate. Come back to center. And rotate. Come back to center. One more time. Rotate. Come back to center. Place your feet down. Lengthen back. Side bend to the right. Come back to center. Side bend to the left. And come back to center. Good. Hands behind your legs. Bring it all the way forward. Bring the soles of your feet together. Lift your arms up. Take a breath in. And exhale. Just fold your upper body forward. Check that your shoulders are easy. Turn your head right and left. Take a breath in. And exhale to come up. All right. So we'll just unfold our mat. So we've got our full length of the mat available again here. And then we're going to do our mini bridge. So this is a glute strengthening exercise or activation. So taking the roller behind your thigh, lift your pelvis and bring the roller back to where it was before, where the roller is in between the top of your pelvis and the bottom, such that when your legs come up, the greater trochanter, that bone is right over top. Now, we are going to keep the feet down on the ground. Place your hands on your pelvis. We'll just do a little tuck and tilt here. So take a breath in. As you exhale, you tuck or you bring your pubic bone towards your belly button. Now when you're here, check, you want to be relaxed in your glutes and light in your feet. So you're just sinking your belly button towards your spine. Take another breath in. As you exhale, you untuck, or what we call a tilt, where the weight of your pelvis lands on top of the roller. So you're heavy on your pelvis, light in your feet, but your ribs are nice and relaxed. So again, breath in. Exhale, we tuck, check, relax glutes, light feet, heavy ribs. And then you tilt. Again, ribs are heavy, feet are light. Again, you tuck, and you tilt. And one more time, you tuck, and you tilt. Now we're going to finish in the tilt. So your heavy pelvis is heavy on the roller, light on the feet. Lightly place your hands on the roller and bring your heels close enough that you can feel your full footprint. You can press into your big toe pad, baby toe ball, and heel pad. Ribs are heavy. Mini bridge. We take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to switch your feet where you become heavy in your feet and light in your pelvis. Now you're likely still touching your roller, but you can feel the weight of your feet pushing down into the roller and your pelvis de-weights. Then you're going to press your heels away from your seat, narrow your knee angle, and as you exhale, you want to lift just from your lower glutes, upper hamstrings, just a little more, and maybe you'll de-weight or clear the roller. Take a breath in, and exhale, come back down to the roller. So we're still in the tilt. Now we're back heavy on the pelvis, light in the feet. Inhale. Exhale, heavy feet, light pelvis. Then push your heels away from your seat, narrow your knee angle, and as you exhale, lift your pelvis one more inch. Check, are your ribs still heavy? And then are you extended through your hips? Lengthen through your thighs. Breath in and exhale. As you come down, we go heavy to the pelvis, light on the feet. Inhale. As you exhale, heavy feet, light pelvis. Then push your heels away from your seat, narrow your knee angle, and lift your pelvis one more inch. Throat is open, ribs are heavy. Inhale and exhale. Now we want to integrate that, so we'll bring it all together where everything happens at once, where you become heavy in your feet, push your heels away, narrow the knee angle, and we lift. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, press into the heels, narrow your knee angle, and lifting from your glutes. So really not noticing any movement in the upper body, but just in through the pelvis and your hips. Again, exhale, heels press away, knee angle narrows, and squeezing your glutes. Check that your shoulders are relaxed. Take a breath. And exhale to come down. Two more. Inhale. Heavy feet, push your heels away, narrow your knee angle, squeeze your glutes to lift. Inhale and exhale to come down. And one more time. Inhale, heels away from your seat. Exhale to lift. Inhale, pause. And exhale to come down. Lovely. Lift your pelvis, bring the roller out from underneath, and just give your legs a nice little hug. Move the roller out of the way and just place your feet nice and wide on the mat. Open your arms, and we're just going to finish with a little rotation through the spine. Just let your hips and knees go to one side, reaching your knees down towards the floor. Bring it back to center, and then over to the other side. Focusing on the lengthening through your side body. Take a breath in, and exhale, come back, and then over to the other side, reaching your knee down, focusing on the lengthening through your side, and come back to center. Bring your legs together, tuck your chin into your chest, and just start to rock. You're pressing your thighs into your hands, keeping your chin tucked in. Eyes are between your thighs. And just rolling. This is a lovely massage for the spine. If it bothers you in any way, just roll onto your side and sit up. But if it feels good to roll on your spine, this is wonderful to increase blood flow and circulation from your tailbone all the way up to your brain. And we'll do one more rock and finish in a seated position. Come up and sit. Good. So we're going to sit here just in a cross-legged position. Take the roller to one side, sit tall through your body. Take a breath in and exhale, just lightly side bend over and come up. Again, inhale and exhale, focusing on this hip reaching down to the mat as your ribs expand with your arm and up. Let's do two to the other side. Arm comes up, inhale, exhale to lengthen over. Inhale to come up, and exhale to lengthen over. Bringing your arms up, take a full breath in, bring your hands together. As you exhale, come down to heart center, feeling tall and strong through your spine. I hope that felt good for your body. Thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions or want to leave some comments below, I will make sure to have a look. Thank you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.